topic of chapter 3, that is plant kingdom, alternation of generation. Okay, this particular characteristics is only seen in plants. Okay, generally it is seen in plants. Now three types of life cycles are seen in plants, that is haplontic, diplontic and haplodiplontic. Okay, so three life cycles are observed in various plants, that is haplontic, diplontic and haplodiplontic. Okay, so in plants we will see that both the phases, that is the gametophytic phase and the sporophytic phase, are able to do mitosis and develop into a plant body that can be either haploid or diploid. Okay, I will explain you with the help of these cycles. So first we will start with the haplontic cycle. This type of cycle is seen in the algae. Okay, the algae generally have this type of life cycle. So here you will see that this portion, when if I talk about the black one, is more. Okay, as compared to this portion, this is more. Okay, so the main plant body in the algae is the gametophyte, and that too is haploid. Okay, now first what will happen, this is the main plant body. This will undergo gametogenesis, that is production of gametes. These gametes will meet, that is syngamy or fertilization, and they will produce a zygote. Okay, as the plant body was gametophyte, that is haploid, so generally the gamete will be produced, and this will be by the cell division, that is mitosis. That is the equational division. Okay, there will be no reduction of the chromosome number. Okay, so this will, the gametophytic plant body will produce gametes with the help of the cell division, that is mitosis. Now mitosis, there will be the production of, this can be the male gamete and this is the female gamete. Okay, now this male and female gamete will unite with each other, and that is syngamy, and they will produce a zygote. So n plus n will be what? It will be 2n. Okay, and now they will produce spores. Now you see here the ploidy of this zygote is 2n, that is diploid, but the main plant body which was able to survive in the environment was haploid. So what we have to do here, the zygote will undergo meiosis. The zygote will undergo what? It will undergo meiosis, and then it will produce spores that will be haploid. As the main plant body is haploid, that is having half number of chromosomes. Okay, if main plant body is haploid, we'll say that the organism is haploid. As we humans, we have we are diploid. Okay, our chromosome number is 46, that is 23 pairs. Okay, so we are diploid, but here in algae generally the main plant body will be haploid. So it is very necessary when we talk about the life cycle that we have to maintain the ploidy of the organism in the final stage. So here the gametophytic plant body, which is the main plant body, will produce gametes with the help of mitosis. Then they will unite in the syngamy and they will produce a zygote, but this zygote is what? Diploid. So we need to do a reduction division here, that is meiosis, and so the chromosome number which was 2n will be reduced to n here. And now when these spores will germinate, they will produce the main plant body, that is the gametophytic plant body, that is the haploid plant body. Okay, so as the main phase in this as the main phase in the life cycle of these organisms is the gametophyte, we call it as haplontic life cycle. And you can see here that the gametophyte and the sporophytic phase are alternating with each other. So we call these as alternation of generation. So here the sporophytic stage is fused cell and the main plant body is the gametophyte. Okay. Now this is a fused cell stage. Okay. Now when we talk about the sporophytic stage is the main stage. You can see the black part here. This is what? This is diploid. This was haploid and this will be the diploid stage. So the black part which you can see here, the A part is what? It is diploid. And this is generally seen in gymnosperms and angiosperms. So here the gametophytic phase will be short-lived and it will be of few cells. But the main phase will be the sporophytic phase. So when we talk about that, this is the sporophyte and this is the diploid stage. Okay. Now this will undergo what? Meiosis. Here we are writing meiosis because it is the reduction division. Reduction. Okay. Reduction division, and it will produce spores, or it will produce, here it will produce gametes which will be N, which will be haploid. Okay. Now the gamete produced here, this spores will undergo the gametogenesis. Spore will undergo the gametogenesis, and the gamete produced will be, that is the male gamete, and the female gamete will be haploid. As we got the meiosis, that was the reduction division. Now syngamy will occur, and because of syngamy the zygote will be produced, that will be the 2N. And this zygote will not need any mitosis or meiosis. It will only need mitosis, it will not need any meiosis, as we saw here, and it will directly develop into the sporophyte. Okay. So here in this haplontic life cycle we saw that the gametophytic stage, or the stage of the zygote formation, was fused celled and the main phase was this one. And here in diplontic life cycle we saw that the main phase was the sporophyte and the production of gamete and gametogenesis was a fused cell stage. As we saw that the whole plant body is diploid plant body when we talk about angiosperm. In the diplontic life cycle, the flower, which is the sexual reproducing, you can say the organ of the plant, will have that stamen and pistil and the cells which will be produced inside that, the pollen and the ovule or egg. Okay, inside the ovule there will be egg. So only egg and the pollen grain will be haploid. Other things when we see will be diploid. So in that the main plant body is diploid and only the production of gamete and the gametophytic stage is fused celled. Okay, so this is generally happening in the diplontic life cycle, and this is seen in gymnosperm and angiosperm. Okay. Now when we come to the haplodiplontic cycle, this is generally seen in the bryophytes and the pteridophytes, as we have already discussed here. There we saw that here we can see that the A part and the B part are mostly equivalent. Okay. So there will be the production of the sporophyte as well as the gametophyte, and they will alternate with each other. Like in bryophytes you will see that the main plant body is gametophyte and sporophyte is produced, and this sporophyte will be dependent on the gametophyte. Okay. And in pteridophyte the main plant body will be the sporophyte, and here the gametophytic stage will be dependent on the sporophyte. So we call that as haplodiplontic cycle. Here we can say that for a particular time period in the life cycle of the plant you will see both the haploid stage as well as the diploid stage. Okay, so here we will see that we will start with the bryophyte. Okay, suppose the main plant body is the gametophyte. Okay, now gametogenesis will occur, so here we will see only the mitosis part because the plant body was haploid, so there was no reduction in the chromosome number. So we did what? We did the equational division, that is mitosis. Now this produces your syngamy will occur, and the male and the female gamete will unite with each other. Male and the female gamete will unite with each other and they will produce zygote, that will be 2N. Okay. Now this zygote will produce a sporophyte as we saw in Funaria. We saw that leaf like structure were there, okay, and this stalk was there, and on this stalk there was this capsule in which sporangia was there, and here you had that rhizoids. So this was the diagram of the funaria. So this was the gametophytic stage and this was the sporophytic stage. The sporophytic stage was dependent on the gametophytic stage. So the zygote will do mitosis, okay, and it will produce the sporophyte on the gametophyte, which is dependent on the gametophyte. And now this sporophyte will undergo what? It will undergo the meiosis part, that is the reduction division, and it will produce spores which are haploid. Now these spores will do what? These spores will germinate and give rise to the haploid life cycle, that is the haploid thallus like structure of the bryophyte. Now when we come to the pteridophyte, we will see that this was the main plant body. So the main plant was sporophyte. Now in sporophyte what will happen? Meiosis will take place, the gametes will be produced, okay, the gametophyte will be produced. The gametophyte will have what? Will have haploid gametes, okay. This will be gametogenesis, mitosis will be there, and there will be the production of this n plus n, the zygote will be formed, and that zygote will not undergo any meiosis and it will be directly converted into the sporophyte. Okay, so here when we talk about bryophytes and pteridophytes, in bryophytes the main plant body or the dominant or the photosynthetic plant body as to which all will do the nourishment will be the gametophyte, and the sporophyte plant body will be formed, but it will be totally dependent on the gametophyte. When we talk about the pteridophyte, in pteridophyte the sporophytic plant body will be the main plant body, which will be the green, and it will do all the function of the living like photosynthesis and all that, and the gametophytic phase will be dependent on the sporophytic phase. So in this you will see maximum you will see that half of the life cycle of the plant will be gametophyte and half will be the sporophyte. So these will possess the haplodiplontic life cycle, and it will vary as to which plant will have which phase dominant. But here in algae you will see that these both cells, both stages here will have multicellular condition, okay. That means there will be formation of many cells. Why we require many cells? Because we are forming the whole sporophyte as in bryophytes, and we are forming the whole gametophyte in the pteridophytes. But here you will see what? The main plant body is haploid. This stage, the formation of the zygote is only few cell stage. Okay, whole body will not be formed, only it will be the few cell stage, and here also the gametes will be produced will be only the male and the female gametes. So here it will be the few cell stage. So we call that this is the haplontic life cycle, this is the diplontic life cycle, and this is the haplodiplontic life cycle. This will be seen in bryophytes, pteridophytes, this will be generally seen in angiosperms and gymnosperm, and this is seen in algae. There will be some exceptions, and that is given in your textbook, and you have to learn those exceptions as to in which algae you will see also diplontic life cycle, okay. So these are the exceptions, and you have to remember these exceptions. So this was all about alternation of generation, and this is a very important topic. You should know as to what do you understand by haplontic, diplontic and haplodiplontic life cycle in plants, okay.